Hi Capricorn, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your October 2021 monthly tarot forecast. This is a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are a cross watcher, you might be able to resonate with some of these messages. So Capricorn, I am starting out this month by pulling you an overall guidance card for the month of October. For Capricorn, please, what is the overall guidance for the sign of Capricorn for the month of October? And I would like to say welcome to all of you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, if you could please give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. Capricorn, what is the overall guidance for the sign of Capricorn, please, for the month of October? Choose from these. Here we go. Wow. It's number 30 and it's rigid. So this may be something, Capricorn, that maybe you need to look out for. Some of you could be dealing with someone who is a little rigid here in the month of October. Let's see what the tarot says. Let's see. For Capricorn, what does the sign of Capricorn have coming up in the month of October 2021, please, Capricorn? Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. It did land in the reverse, which is actually better. Okay, Capricorn. October, what does Capricorn have coming up in the month of October, please? Okay, Cross by the Hierophant. Okay, at your foundation we have Temperance. Okay, we do have the Four of Wands in the reverse, but it is in the recent past. We have the Six of Cups crowning you. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming up in the near future. Okay, there is the Five of Pentacles. Capricorn. Three of Cups in the reverse, the Devil in the reverse. All right, so now we just need an outcome, which is energy that you will experience at the end of October going into November. What is the outcome for Capricorn, please? Okay, this is a very specific story, guys, so if you don't resonate, please watch your other signs. Okay, the overall energy is the Three of Wands. Okay, let's see. So the overall energy is the Three of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, Page of Wands. So I definitely see news, Capricorn. This is what you're waiting on, though. Many of you, you're either waiting to maybe contact someone or you're waiting on hearing from someone. We do have the Seven of Swords there at the bottom of the deck. with the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with another earth sign. For some of you, this is a three-party scenario, but you know, take what resonates, leave the rest. That's not all of you. And remember, guys, if this is not you, this could be someone close to you. Maybe this is what they're going through. You know, maybe they're telling you about it. Because I see lots of communication. Now, some of you are waiting for things to progress within your career. Some of you may be business owners. I do see travel in the cards. You will have to be patient with this Three of Wands. Some of you, you're maybe waiting on traveling. Could be because of where you are in the world. Maybe there's restrictions, because that's the challenge. We have the Hierophant here in this position. And so, yeah, some of you, you're waiting to be able to travel. This could be for work, or this could be for pleasure. You have the Nine of Cups there. So this is you waiting to be able to reach out to someone. For others, this is you waiting to travel, waiting to be able to maybe go see someone. If this is something, Capricorn, that you were stressed about, though, because we have the Nine of Swords, and this was the first card that came out for you. It landed in the reverse, which is good, because if something was weighing heavily on your mind, you're not worried about it as much. You're really not. You're coming out of this energy. And it could be due to, for some of you, it could be that you're receiving some sort of help, counseling, therapy, something like that. That's not all of you, but for some of you, it could be that, you know, if you were having maybe lots of sleepless nights, or if you were overly thinking about certain things or overly fearful, you know, it could be that you've maybe reached out and received some sort of help, or this is what you're doing. So for those of you that are maybe making a decision, maybe that's what that is about there at the bottom of the deck. That's a good idea. And so maybe you're talking to like a counselor or something like that. Oftentimes just being able to vent about certain things is extremely helpful. And so, yeah, for some of you, there's some help that's coming in. We see you coming out of this Nine of Swords, which the Nine of Swords is a nightmare card. I think the healing process definitely started prior. You're definitely being divinely guided here. But maybe you're learning how to cope with your thoughts better, Capricorn. You have Temperance at your foundation. Some of you have been maybe very worried about your relationship with the Hierophant here, and then the Four of Wands in the reverse. Now, for some of you, this could be a fear of commitment. For others, you know, maybe this is the challenge, which is making a commitment, marriage. The Hierophant represents, you know, those rules, those regulations, traditions. And so this can be, you know, what's a challenge here for you at the start of the month. You also could be dealing with a situation where there's a lot of people involved in this. And with the Four of Wands in the reverse, these people may not get along. Normally in the upright, Four of Wands is like be happy, community, you know, they're celebrating, life is good, we feel stable, we feel secure. But in the reverse, it's the opposite. And we see stress. We see stress. That's why, you know, those of you that are having problems, and this could be marriage problems, those of you trying to work on a relationship, if you're on the fence as far as getting help, I think that that's what you're actually being guided to do. You have the Six of Cups here. You have Temperance here. So, you know, those of you that are thinking about maybe getting some couples counseling or something like that, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. I really feel like those of you that resonate with that, it's a really good idea. You have to take those steps, though. You have to move forward. I see a happy outcome, definitely. Six of Cups crowning you. You could be reminiscing a lot. Maybe this was the problem, is maybe you were stuck on the past, Capricorn. Maybe you just kept thinking about the past over and over again. With the Nine of Swords. This could even be an old relationship. Maybe some of you were married. You could have gotten a divorce with the Four of Wands in the reverse. Or maybe you have a family with someone. Maybe you want a commitment. Maybe you want to get married. Six of Cups can be you thinking about the past quite a bit here in the month of October. Three of Wands talks about growth and expansion. It also talks about trying new things, exploring. And I feel like you're waiting on some sort of goal. This could be something with your business. This could be something at work. And then for others, this is definitely in regards to a relationship, could be your marriage. You're waiting. You're being very patient, and things are progressing very slowly. We have the Knight of Pentacles here around the second week. There could be someone from your past, Capricorn, who's popping up here. Mercury's retrograde, so that tends to happen. Also, the energy is very slow moving, but we see an opportunity here. Knight of Pentacles. Some of you are maybe coming out of debt with the Five of Pentacles. Coming out of debt or coming out of a period of lack. So for some of you, this can be depression with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Again, you're coming out of it. Even if it's a slow process, you're still coming out of it. And with this Three of Wands here, you may have distanced yourself from a particular person or situation. This is you taking a step back. And you may actually begin to maybe see this situation, this relationship. You may begin to see this maybe a little different than you have in the past. You could be taking baby steps forward. You could be doing something different, especially if you're a Capricorn that's trying to heal your relationship. But there was either a lack financially, a lack within a relationship. This can be depression. Maybe you are dealing with a rigid character. So this is a lack within a relationship. This is feeling abandoned. This could be abandoned by friends, so-called friends. These are not your real friends. These would be fake friends, people that you think are your friends. They're not your friends. For some of you, this could even be hidden enemies, but that is not for all of you. I will clarify. This is how you're being viewed by others, Capricorn. That's this position for me. Five of Pentacles is lacking. It's rejection. It's out in the cold. I see you moving out of this And I see you moving past this, growing past this. It's just a very slow process. So something could be coming back up from the past. So you have an opportunity to maybe heal this situation. To maybe get some sort of closure. And this could be with a friend, someone around you in your social circle. There definitely could have been like a falling out, and it could be because this person is rigid. But for me, the Three of Cups in the reverse can represent several different things. We also have the Devil. So, I mean, this can talk about cheating. That's not for all of you. You know, take what resonates. But this also can represent jealousy. This would be like extreme jealousy. Also, your social circle is not what it seems. You may think people are your friends, but I would not believe that. I wouldn't trust these people. Some of you have distanced yourself, though, from this. There could have been betrayal in the past. I think that for many of you, it's over with. This would have been something that happened in the past. You are healing and recovering and moving past this. But you're left feeling some sort of lack or dealing with maybe depression because of this. And if you're the rigid one, Capricorn, and that's not going to be for all of you, but if you're the one who's maybe a little bit more cold here in the month of October, it could be because, you know, this is what happened to you. Maybe your social circle, people that you thought were your friends, you know, they were not your friends. And then here, energy that you have going into November, you have the Five of Cups with the Nine of Wands. And so we see you grieving the past. Six of Cups crowning you. Some of you Capricorns will feel as though at this time, at the end of October, you will feel as though maybe you missed an opportunity. That's not all of you, but some of you have an opportunity coming in here around the second week. You may have even in the past had an opportunity to maybe mend a relationship. You may have passed on it. Because the Hierophant is all about doing the right thing. He has a very strong belief system. That's in the challenge position. So you may have passed on a situation, you may have turned your back on it, and here at the end of the month, we see you having regrets. You have multiple fives in this spread, and so the fives talk about challenges, but change as well. So change is taking place. It's just not going to be the easiest change, that's for sure. There's going to be a lot of growing pains throughout this process. You also have multiple threes, the Devil, and so the number 3, 5 may be significant. You have, let's see, a couple of 9s. So this is a cycle that is nearing the end. But I think you have some regrets with the 6 of Cups crowning you, Capricorn. I got to keep it real. This is having regret. So if you passed on an opportunity, or if you had an opportunity to maybe mend a friendship, but you were just too cold, I think that you're going to regret it. I'm going to be honest. This is regret. And it could be because You may have blocked this person. You created stronger boundaries, which I don't blame you. But maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. And that's not going to resonate with all of you. But maybe you had an opportunity to maybe commit to someone, to marry someone, and you passed on it. And maybe you have a family, maybe you have children with this person. You know, I can read this 100 different ways. But, you know, that's the main thing that I'm getting is you having some serious regrets here. You feeling alone. Maybe some of you are battling depression. You could have isolated yourself. For some of you, or that's what you're doing here. Keeping yourself distant. There definitely could be a Virgo Capricorn connection, because I just did the Virgo reading, and you know, they had some similar energies. There could have been some lies in the past, and this could be from multiple people, you know, so these lies and possibly this betrayal may have left you all alone or out in the cold. But let's do some clarifying. First, let's take a look at this Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is you grieving a loss. It's regret. Especially with the Nine of Swords, which is in the reverse, which means it's not on your mind as much at the start of the month, which is good. But I think emotionally, this still affects you very much. And it's left you guarded. Let's take a look at the Devil, please. Please clarify the Devil. Some of you dealing with a narcissist. Three of Cups. Let's look at the Three of Cups in the reverse, please. Death. Could be a Scorpio. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Okay. For some of you, a Scorpio, a Leo, possibly a Sagittarius is significant. You have Temperance showing up twice here in this spread. Let's look at the, I was going right to the Hierophant, which is interesting. We got the King of Swords there. Let's look at the Four of Wands, please, in the reverse. Communication definitely might be a problem. All right, and I want to look at Temperance. We have Temperance coming out twice. Please clarify Temperance for Capricorn. I'm definitely seeing the rigidness. And so, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You could be dealing with someone who's rigid, or you yourself, you're a little cold. It may be extreme for some of you. Okay. And here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So this is forward movement, making progress, even if it's, you know, very slow. It's still movement. It's you also dropping any sort of baggage and you moving forward. We have the King of Swords with the Hierophant. So you could be dealing with a Taurus who's rigid for some of you. Others, this could be an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. This could be the person that you're in a relationship with. This could be your ex for some of you. Maybe this is the person you wanted to marry. Others, you may still be involved with this person. For those of you where this is business, this could be something with a contract, something legal that's significant. Could be something with property, because here, looking at the Four of Wands in the reverse, we have Justice. So you may have signed something in the past But as far as you being able to actually maybe move or maybe make renovations, whatever it is, with this showing up in the reverse, it's just the timing is off. So this happiness, this celebration hasn't occurred yet, and this is in the recent past. But with justice showing up, I think that whatever delays, whatever you're waiting on, some of you waiting for something to come through, whatever it is you're waiting on, everything is happening, you know, in perfect timing. So, I mean, you will need to be patient. For some of you, this is you wanting to feel maybe more financially secure, especially if you're a business owner, trying to reach a particular, you know, goal. And you may feel a lack. I think you are. You're getting there. It's just a very slow process. You have to keep working at it. We have the Ace of Pentacles here with the Five of Pentacles. So this definitely can be showing up because there is an expense here. So for some of you with this Four of Wands in the reverse, it could be a house expense. For others, it could be something legal like child support. Some of you have kids with the Six of Cups. It definitely can be something legal. Maybe, you know, you have to pay taxes or whatever it is. This is a loss of money. I see a financial opportunity coming in, but I also see some of you having to pay out. And then looking at Temperance, we have the Two of Wands, which is you setting your sights on something brand new. And I think that you are making progress. It's just slow. And we see a happy outcome with this. Really, we see a happy outcome. I know that you've been waiting for a very long time. I know this is a slow process. We have the Three of Cups with Death. So for those of you that are hearing from an ex, could be a Scorpio for some of you. This is you not reuniting with a Scorpio, or if you are reuniting with a Scorpio, it doesn't turn out to be maybe how you thought it was going to be. I don't feel like it's going to work out, guys. I got to keep it real. So this can talk about a reunion not taking place, even though at the start of the month, this is what's on your mind and this is what you want, but it either doesn't happen or it does happen and it doesn't turn out so good. I think that some of you have some real regrets around, this is either an ex relationship or this is a friendship that ended. And for some of you, maybe this person didn't deserve your friendship, but then for others, I feel like there's lies attached to this. And possibly this person is a narcissist. That's not all of you, but for some of you, it's like a fake friend who's a narcissist. That possibly could have turned their back on you, Capricorn, in your time of need. Possibly could have taken money from you in some way. That's not for all of you. For some of you, this is something legal. You have Temperance showing up twice. And this is clarifying this Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups. So you are healing. I think that this is you still thinking about the past. Whatever happened in the past, your mind still goes there, and emotionally you're not over it. So this is you definitely not over the past. Some of you it's a missed opportunity, but for others this is just you simply not over the past. Some of you may feel wronged. Some of you may want justice. It's left you wounded. We have the wounded warrior showing up here, but you are healing. You are healing. It's left you guarded, and so maybe you don't trust people because, you know, you had a friend or an ex do you wrong, and so, you know, you don't trust people. I think you're thinking a lot about the past here, Capricorn, and, you know, it could be because we're going into the holiday season. Halloween's coming up. I mean, this happens. Mercury's in retrograde. We tend to, you know, reflect quite a bit and go back to, you know, the past. I think that's what many of you are doing, and I think that you are healing. This is actually really good. You are very much being spiritually guided, and there could be someone in particular. You may have actually a Sagittarius, possibly an Aries, maybe a fire sign in spirit, somebody in spirit who's guiding you through this. But let's pull you some additional guidance cards for Capricorn, please. Capricorn, additional guidance for Capricorn. Some of you are emotionally drained. Okay, I'm trying to think. Some of you Capricorns, you definitely have earth and air in your chart, because I just did the weekend vibes little short reads. If you haven't checked those out, go check those out. I did them for last weekend, and I believe this card came up for the earth signs, and then I believe this one came out for the air signs, because I used this deck. And so, you know, if you have air and earth in your chart, you know, this reading is for you. Go check out those little short reads. All right, let's look at your love life, Capricorn. So you have two cards that are upright. Those are the ones that I'm going to take. All right. Looking at Capricorn's love life. I'll just show guidance for Capricorn. Oh, your cards are just flipping right out. All right. Now, with this deck here, Capricorn, this is what you need to let go of in the month of October. You do not have to take this advice. We have free will, so it's just to, you know, give you a little extra guidance here. You could be hanging on to something that's no longer serving you. What does Capricorn need to let go of in the month of October? All right, we have enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. And like I mentioned, this came out for the earth signs. Keep it simple. I believe this came out for the air signs. I want to say it was air. I'm about 90% sure that it was for the air signs. So enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. And then keep it simple. Interesting. interesting. So in the month of October, keep it simple. And that means, don't overthink things, experiences that you have. Don't think too much about them. Don't read too much into it. Maybe that's something you were doing in the past, which the Nine of Swords is in the reverse, so that's good. Don't overthink anything and just continue to be yourself. Continue to shine your light. So looking at your love life, we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So you have power. Maybe that's something you were unaware of in the past, but you're coming out of this Nine of Swords. Maybe you're realizing, Capricorn, how much power you really have. And this Five of Pentacles here in this position could be you, Capricorn. This could be you rejecting someone. Doesn't always mean you're the one that's left out in the cold. This could be you rejecting someone, because it's coming up in this position especially, which is you maybe rejecting someone. Could be saying no to helping someone as well, especially if it's financial. But this would be, again, a reunion that's either not happening, or if it does happen, it doesn't turn out maybe the way that you wanted it to. And, if you resonate with that, if you have a friend or someone that's trying to come back in, could be that they just like the attention from you. And again, Virgo had a similar message. So, check out the Virgo reading, especially if you're dealing with the Virgo or if you have Virgo in your chart. And then we have playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then we have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So, some of you could be single. You may have turned someone down. Could be just loving yourself, honestly. Could just be having fun, playing. And then others, this is you working on your relationship. I feel like maybe some of you, especially if you're married or this is a serious relationship, maybe you're getting some couples therapy. You could actually be playing more with your partner, more playful, maybe flirting more with your partner. And if you were rigid, this is good advice. This is good advice. Or if your partner is the rigid one, this is the advice. And then this love is true. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. But you have the power, guys. You have the power to, basically fix the problems, to get back on the same page. Or, move on. All right, so this is what you need to let go of. Let go of all aversions. Meet every challenge and flow with life. And then sip in ear without rushing towards the future. The present is worth enjoying. So maybe that's something that you haven't been doing because you're so stuck on the past and some of you stressed out. And if you're the rigid one, this is you needing to enjoy the present moment more. Sometimes when we're so focused on our problems and fixing them and finding a solution, it takes away from the current moment. That could be why the Four of Wands for some of you is in the reverse. Maybe some of you have been too focused on the negative, the future for some of you. What's going to happen tomorrow when you really need to just enjoy today, because you don't know really what's going to happen tomorrow. So you need to enjoy where you're at presently. Yeah. And yeah, basically, have fun. If you are partnered, you guys, I see you getting back on the same page. Some of you will receive some sort of help with that. But needing to be more playful. It is a very specific read. It really is. And so I hope that you found it helpful. If you don't resonate, please watch your other signs. But if you do, I'm glad. Make sure you are subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up. All right, guys, have a great month.